We're going to show you how to do a paused front squat with the SSB bar. If you haven't seen the video on the front squat with the SSB bar, go ahead and do that. We'll review some of the things that we discussed there. You want to make sure when you put the bar in the rack that the handles are pointing towards you. That's very important. If you have a spotter, it's easier to get into this if they lift up the handles for you. If not, there's ways to do it. You can actually scooch in there a little bit, but if you have a spotter, that's even better. At all times, I highly recommend using the safeties, especially in the pause squats. Sometimes you get stuck in the bottom. So I see this a lot on social media. Pause squats is where you see people do this. They go down and they pop up. They think that's a pause. That's not a pause in my book. A pause is basically anywhere from 3 to 7 seconds in the hole. So on average, we usually do about 5 seconds. We count to 5. What you do is you get in position, raise up the handles, come in. You want to make sure that the pad is up against your neck. Your hands, I like to cross them over. So you're kind of touching the pads here. Kind of a little bit of air. Take it off the J-cups, take a step back. Now from here, your feet shouldn't be pointed forward. They should be angled out a little bit. And also, when you're squatting, your knees should be kind of coming out as well. Why is that? Well, if your knees are coming out and your toes are pointed out, that frees up your hips, and you can actually keep your torso more in upright position, which is very, very important. You want to keep a neutral spine. From here, what you want to do is you want to breathe in, brace, and when you descend, you want to let the weight push you down into the hole. You want to keep the hips a little loose. You want to keep the torso tight, but the hips loose. In your head, you want to count to say 5. Okay, usually it's a fast 5, so it's like 3 seconds. But count to 5, pop up, then breathe. If you breathe in the bottom, you're going to lose all structural integrity. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do a couple. Why perform pauses? Well, if you're in a strongman, oftentimes you'll be in a contest and you'll have to pick up sandbags, kegs, atlas stones, natural stones, and you'll be in this position. It'll be to the axial or to the front of the body. So you're going to be like adjusting the weight in your lap, and you'll need that strength from the bottom position in order to extend up, like push that hips forward, your head back into the loading position.